the mind of a new player. Because you're such a useless champion, your main goal is to make the enemy champion just as useless as you. Hey, I'm Kobe, and today I'll be ranking some of the highest IQ, smartest plays of all time, sent in by you, the fans. So let's get started.
He can do some big damage. Eyes on him in these fights for sure.
Yeah, Piglet is definitely in hypercarry mode right now, but Darshan wants to kill him.
That's a little ambitious.
Oh, the double TP!
It's over the double TP! He only thought it was one. He had to have only thought it was one TP, and he could exit that with a caliber net.
Oh, this is the double TP to end it versus Piglet. Oh my god. I remember Team Liquid were actually so cocky. Piglet was so sure of himself, and the comms, they were talking about the comms afterwards. They thought it was just a single teleport. Darshan and Huhi both go in, blowing their mind. Double TP at exactly the same time. Look at the actual animation. Exactly the same time. So Piglet has no idea. Gets completely surprised. Double TP. And this is game 5. This also led into the Team Liquid 4th place meme. This was another of Team Liquid's 4th places. So tragic for them. But a great year for CLG. Winning and going to MSI, where they had that massive MSI performance, going to finals. Oh, this is a beautiful one. This is definitely super high IQ. Because at that time, nobody expected this. This surprised everybody. All right, we got Huhi's face. This is an S tier one for sure. This is either Galaxy Brain or S tier. Everyone was so shocked after this, and because it was high pressure, the high pressure adds a lot to it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it S tier. We can't start with Galaxy Brain. I remember very fondly all of the CLG attempts at high IQ plays. Back when I was on the team, when we first created the team with Hotshot, this is kind of the culture of Counter Logic Gaming. From the very beginning, was always trying to come up with these weird strategies like old Gangplank denying his own minions with raised morale. And Hotshot actually, before lane swapping became a thing in professional play, had us do lane swaps where he would play Cho'Gath 2v1 on the other side of the map. And there were just so many, this long line of CLG always trying to come up with weird crafty plays. And we had a big bunch of them that did not work too. A giant bunch of flops. Plus there was that meme of the S3 CLG secret strategies document, because there was a screenshot leaked of the desktop that had this ominous document filled with giant strategies that never came to light.
He can CS from range, plus he has his own lightning rush. We know he leveled it up early. Also has a ward. Does get hit though, he's slowed.
And he's missing a turret, so here comes Bengi. He's gonna flash for the slow, which means Soaz has to burn it preemptively, and he guesses right. Bengi goes the wrong way, Soaz goes back in on Amarin, and the stun is still available. The Q comes in, gets some damage down, but where's his team gonna be? There's no one around right now. He's still running away through the wards. Pops summoner teleport, and goes
So this another one of these Soaz escapes. Oh my god. Flash jukes Bengi over the wall, dodges away from the repose, gets the stun onto Marin. How does he actually get his teleport off on this? Bengi doesn't have his EQ back up. Oh my god. This was another one in a long line of Soaz top lane escapes, which is funny that one is from when he was on Origin, but a lot of this legend grew when he was on Fnatic. And Soaz and Fnatic especially would always split push, and he would get himself into these dangerous, crazy scenarios, but always find his way out. It was like some Looney Tunes, League of Legends Looney Tunes, comically Soaz always escaping. That one, Galaxy Brain, or is that just instinct and reactions from him? You know, the flash was definitely a nice juke for Bengi EQing over the wall, but honestly I think Soaz just freestyles these. I don't think he thinks about them ahead of time. That's just natural escape instincts for Soaz. So as smart as it is, I think I'll keep it A for now. We'll keep it a little bit lower. that one's exciting. That one's good instincts, but I think we want to leave room for some of the other big brain plays. Well, I mean, just off the top of my head, most recently, because I cast with Captain Flowers this last weekend, he moves so much. Flowers, like, he punches a lot. The desk will, like, he'll slam the desk to really emphatically, like, every word that he's saying or something when it's a big call, and it'll like shake the desk or get you off balance. But also this last weekend, he had a hot tea delivered to try and keep his throat warm, and he grabbed the cup and crushed the cup full of hot tea in his hands because the lid wasn't on correctly, and was just like staring at me, not saying anything, didn't want to scream over the mic with his hands burning, and just soldiered through it. So I don't know, some random things like that happen all the time behind the scenes. That's why it's kind of funny when they started doing, like, filming the actual caster reactions during international events and big moments to see the weird physical movements that we do. Ooh, a favorite meta of all time, I think maybe around season 3, 4, 5, that area, because you got things like Kazakh's mid, Zed mid, the high like sneaking around, split pushing through fog of war. You had so many different, champions and strategies available, and I feel like people didn't have it 100% figured out, and there was more experimentation. I think that was most fun to cast and play.
And Prey, of course, again, the first player to have a truly massive game on Kalista, and he played it well already, getting those Sentinels out there.
Look, he's actually
beautiful.
in between the Sentinels. He missed the vision.
What?
They didn't see him. Bengi.
Wow.
That is awesome.
That is a sneaky Nunu right there, man.
The Sentinel's coming in. He goes for the red seal immediately. He has Smite. He's going to get it, so looks like
Or
Lee
is
may
he?
be getting red buff. Yeah, he's got Smite consumed.
He does have it.
And you know what? He's not even going to be seen.
Nope, just going to
What?
sneak it behind it. Oh, he's just going to eat it on his way out.
Ooh, the Tigers. I miss the Tigers. Oh my god. Prey and Gorilla, the nicest bottom lane of all time. The most hilarious interviews, and Bengi's just sneaking around like this is some like little spy game. This is some Solid Snake action. Just sneaking around the Kalista Sentinels. He puts the ward over. Okay, so he sees the Jarvan coming, and then the circling Sentinels. Honestly, this is pretty easy to do. It's really funny looking, and it's very comical, but those Sentinels, Kalista Sentinels, are super easy to juke. That's like some, children's game juking, sneaking spy game or something, going 007. So honestly, it was very, very comical for Bengi. But as far as Galaxy Brain, it's super easy to pull off. I'll give him some points for going for a red buff steal there and working around those Sentinels, but and warding the Raptor brush. But yeah, as far as Galaxy Brain, we gotta have some way bigger brain plays. As a jungler, what's more annoying, Kalista Sentinels or Ashe's Hawkshot? 10,000% Hawkshot, no contest. As I said, the Sentinels are pretty easy to juke. You can see them coming. There's nothing you can do about a Hawkshot. It just flies over you, covers almost your whole jungle, and even if they don't see you with it, they see which camps you've already done, and they'll figure out where you are. For sure it's Hawkshot. Like, if it was take that thing out of the game. The thing I miss most about old Nunu, seeing this, old pre-rework Nunu, is actually the funny events that we got from watching the Odd One or watching Hotshot raging at Nunu. Why, Nunu, why? And the general Odd One talking about the mind of a Nunu player. Because you're such a useless champion, your main goal is to make the enemy champion just as useless as you. And those are things I actually do miss about the old Nunu, because it was funny. To me, it's kind of similar to Ivern, where like just playing this champion, you feel like you're trolling just playing it normally, because it's going around consuming and messing with people.
Keep mid lane alive because top and him has been killed, and they even got the pick off on Bang.
Rox doesn't actually have to stop pushing right now. They can delay the recalls. The arrows. Look at the arrow. Get teleport.
He's gonna stop it out. He's stopped, dude, which means they can push. It's now on Wolf. Smith, and Colonel, how much more can be done?
Ah, you already know what it is. Prey shoots out the arrow to stop the teleport. Oh my god, I remember just freaking out, screaming at this play. It was so high pressure, and the rivalry between the Tigers and SKT was just the pinnacle of League of Legends. Every matchup for those teams was just the pinnacle, and to have one of the games end in an exciting way like this with the arrow hitting just in time. He fires it, by the way. Wait, look at this. I'm gonna go back. He fires it while Echo's still recalling before he's even channeling the teleport. He fires it at the recall area. Duke moves a little bit, then starts channeling teleport because he knows he has to get back even quicker. But he doesn't move far enough to get out of the Ash arrow. This one is actually Gigabrain. This one's pretty Galaxy Brain. I mean, it is natural to want to shoot out the arrow to stop the recall, but also the accuracy. Duke canceling it and not walking all the way out. I would put that up here. I really think, man, this double teleport actually is really holding up. This double teleport is really holding up. Maybe I move the red. Nah, red buff stays down there. All right. Prey Ash arrow is gonna stick there with Soaz, because it's one of those natural ones where you're like, stop the recalls. Okay, I fire off my arrow and it looks crazy because it's going all the way across the map, but once you fire it off, it's out of your hands, and the timing just worked out perfectly. So okay, that one's also A tier. The moment that this counter pick actually came out, where at this time Zyra was taking over in the bottom lane, and how Rox Tigers kept this secret, this misfortune counter pick into the Zyra, because with the passive you can pop the plants super quickly with the misfortune, but how they kept this secret at an international event all the way this deep into the tournament was crazy. I think that is actually even higher IQ, is the bigger brain play was definitely the champ select, where they bring out the misfortune support counter into Zyra.
Oh, this is an insta-locked misfortune.
Support him, man.
야, 쟤네 잘못 골랐다. 준비하고 가보자. 아니야. 잘못 고른 거야.
What's super funny right now is actually ties into present day. I was referencing this old counter pick just this last weekend, because nowadays everybody's playing Ashe support and Misfortune is back to AD carry, so Ashe Misfortune is a lane again. It's come full circle, except now the Ashe is the support and Misfortune is the AD carry.
Keeping them delayed, they've got 2 inhibitors down, and they're just going to pile straight up towards those super minions in the base. You can see there's coming in there. Peke is desperately on towards the Nexus. Kevin is going to be able to go towards him. He's trying to do it, but meanwhile they're in the base. Yellowstar's trying to defend them in the base. Peke is trying to take the Nexus down. Is anyone going to be able to deal with this one? Catches him with another axe. He's very low. They're pushing on the Nexus too. Peke's back to Peke. I do not believe it. Peke's stuck in there.
Oh my god, look at this. The old map of League of Legends. It looks like you're playing on a Game Boy or something. I remember playing at the time too, because I played since League first came out. It felt normal to play on this, but looking back at the graphics is hilarious with the old map. Oh my god, this play is the classic play. Is this the first ever, like, you know, super famous League of Legends like viral play that went out and created a meme itself? I think this is the most quintessential like classic League of Legends play. And what's super funny is that xPeke did it to Ocelot, who then went on to create G2, you know, one of the most dominant European League of Legends team ever. But my goodness, this, as far as Galaxy Brain, this is the OG. This is the original famous League of Legends play. I gotta give it to xPeke. I gotta give him top ranks. I mean, at the time, and this is why everyone refers to any sort of Nexus backdoor or base race or anything as xPeke, and it has stood the test of time. That's gotta be number one. The xPeke. Congratulations. If I had a memorable play that was iconic, that was on the level of this play, well, if it was casting, it would be for sure either TSM CLG finals in Madison Square Garden, the first trophy for CLG, the first trophy for Double Lift, or it would be at MSI when CLG came back with an over 11,000 gold deficit and 3 inhibitors down versus RNG, the favorites of the tournament who had not dropped a single game during the tournament. That I never doubted them. I think it would be that one. It would be that I never doubted them, or it would be the faithful shall be rewarded, the CLG TSM one. If it was playing though, it would be by a Mumu 5% ult to win WCG in 2010. All right, thank you for watching me rank these 200 IQ plays. Let me know how I did in the comments, and I'll see you next time.